Still quite a hit. Oh, he's wrapping me. He's wrapping me. Did you see that? Wrapped around my hand. How's it going, guys? Monday, new week, new start. So it was another early morning start, the life we chose. Yeah, I drove out a couple of hours. I'll put in some clips of that. That was really cool. So today we're doing another training of trainers on a couple of key topics. Number one, what do you do when you encounter a snake? Number two, snake bite first aid. Finally, last but not least, is the importance of snakes. So one of the things that happen is they get a pre and post survey, which has a bunch of scenarios with the topics that I just talked about. And so before we give the course, they kind of give their answer in stickers, yes, no, to the scenario we give. And then after the whole thing, they get the same questionnaire to see if there are improvements. What's up, guys? Today is day 2 of the week, aka Tuesday. Today we're training some park staff. The session is this afternoon, so I'm just walking around the campsite and seeing if I can come across anything. So all the camps have an electric fence, an electric wire, because tourists have funny ideas sometimes. I don't know if you can see it, the outline right there. You can kind of see it. Yeah, so the whole perimeter is fenced. Morning, guys. We're Wednesday. Astrid made the fire over here for the coffee, for the water to boil. I packed up most of our stuff already, so we're kind of ready to go. We're gonna have a bit of fun before we go back to our responsibilities. So I was just saying, I never find anything. And guess who found something cool?
Yeah.
Look at how tiny he is. So tiny. Friday morning here. Back in the snake house. So, today's plan. You see that black enclosure in the back with no light. We're gonna change that today. It has a heat light. It's been running with a heat light since that thing is set up. But we're actually gonna give it a real light. And yesterday we also got something else done, which I'll show you now. So yesterday we installed a new filter. This was what was in before. This is the new system. Of course, Murphy tagged along. It was supposed to be a 5-minute job. Ended up being like a afternoon job. Now we're gonna install this 20-watt spot in here. It's not a real like heat spot like this one. It's an LED spot, so just for light. For that, we're gonna need to take this fellow out. And while we have him out, might as well clean the whole glass, clean the inside of the enclosure. We've got the hook stick. We've got the face shield. Let's get this done. What you're looking for is the right opportunity. And the right opportunity comes with patience. She's already spat at me a couple of times. She's tried to hide. So, unfortunately, at some point, her next move is going to be a bite. And that is how you contain a spitting cobra. Nice and easy. I want to show you guys something funny about venom. When you clean it, it kind of has this soap effect. Kind of bubbles up like soap. Extremely venomous soap though. Alright, let's put her back in. If you hear me struggling with my breathing, yeah, it turns out I'm allergic to spitters. I've known for a little while now. Chandler was right. He was absolutely right to get rid of his spitting cobra. This is actually the same species Chandler had for a while. And then gave it to one of his friends because he didn't want to become allergic. So ever since I started working on the enclosure, I've been sneezing, my nose is running, eyes are watering up, yeah, coughing, so it's really bad. It's really bad. And then you might ask, why do I keep these animals then? Honestly, if I feel like I had more of a choice. So one is I have to go rescue these animals. I probably need to find someone who can help me out, who's not allergic. But yeah, it's either I go get them or they die. That's number one. Number two is I can't just release them anywhere. Um, you see, I'm facing the animal, shield towards the enemy. Oh, she's spitting at me. She's spitting at the freshly cleaned glass. I can't just release him anywhere, you know? I can't release him in a populated area because then we're gonna be back at square one. And I can't really release him in a protected area. That's the venom. I can't really release him in a protected area because of diseases and ecosystem balance. So, I mean, I release most of the animals, but some of them are a bit complicated, you know. And then I also need them for educational purposes because this is the most common, one of the most common venomous snakes people are going to encounter. This is the one they want to see. And then it's also good to have it and have the non-venomous one so they can compare them. That, in the end, saves lives. But man, I think I need to get someone to work with the spitters for me because it's not good. Oh, It's not gonna be. All right, lads. It's actually the day after Sunday, last day of the week. So this is what we're gonna finish our weekly vlog on. Yesterday, I found out I'm extremely allergic to spitting cobra venom. So after doing basic maintenance, I was out of it for the rest of the day, which unfortunately means I can't have too much contact with spitters anymore. I love working with them, and unfortunately, I'm in a situation where I kind of am the only one around who can work with them. So I'm gonna keep working with them, but I'm gonna keep my exposure to a minimum. And anything like working in the enclosure, I'm gonna not do anymore. Because like cleaning venom off of the glass, and there is venom dust in the substrate, all of that. So breathing that in, oh man. It felt like I ran a really hard sprint, and it felt like that for hours. You know how your lungs, you have a hard time. You feel like you have a hard time provisioning your body with oxygen, like you can't breathe deep enough. That's how it felt for hours, and didn't stop sneezing, didn't like my eyes were red, coughing when it was real bad. The coughing subsided first. The irritation in my nose kept on going, so I stuffed toilet paper up my nose, so it's that actually helped quite a bit. Ooh, this smells like forest cobra poop. So you see what I'm doing? I'm keeping like the bucket in between us, so it's kind of a safety mechanism. He's reversing on me. Why are you reversing on me? We need to do this, bro. We absolutely. Dude, we need to do this. Like, you can't be swimming in dirty water. Of course, I'm barefoot, which you should never be doing. Don't do as I do, do as I say. Wear closed shoes. That's also why I'm not getting too close. I mean, I might be barefoot, but that doesn't mean I want to get bit. Excuses, but it is kind of hot here. It's like really hot. And I'm sweating out of my feet. Like, every time I move, there's a puddle under my foot. Just kind of nasty, but I'll wear boots next time, promised. Especially considering that I now know I have a hypersensitive tendency to snake venom. I still want to figure out whether it's the neurotoxin or the cytotoxin. Look at that, a nice full shed. That's awesome. We're going to keep that, and we're going to do as Chandler does if anyone comes and visits us at the Biodiversity Center, Reptile Rescue Center. You can go home with one of these. This is probably the closest thing you can go home with to an actual live venomous snake. So we're going to keep that here for now and keep working with Rambo here. He's like very protective of his enclosure. And I want to give him a bigger enclosure. To be completely honest with you, the only reason he doesn't have a bigger enclosure is because of finances. Like building one of these enclosures is quite affordable. Still a hit, you know? Still quite a hit. Oh, he's wrapping me. He's wrapping me. Do you see that? Wrapped around my hand. See where his head is, and took a little while, but I kept you busy. I kept you entertained. Now, clean poo and put him back in, and we'll call it a week. See you in a minute. We're back. Fresh water's in. Now, let's be extra careful here. I actually need to put a handle on top here. That would be really cool. Snake is at the bottom, as they mostly are. But it's better to be careful and be 100% sure. They've got the attitude. Oh man, no, come on, go in. Now, you see, now he wants to go on a field trip. He didn't like that. Close it, lock it, and on that note, I'll see you guys next week.